Welcome to the Warren Andrew Pinder podcast with your host, Warren Andrew Pinder, author and speaker.
Welcome to the Warren Andrew Pinder podcast show. This episode, the topic is, if you can't go straight, go around. That's a topic for today that simply means we're talking about hurdles. I wrote a lot about hurdles. The difference between hurdles and roadblock. You can see in chapter 3 of Achievement where, you first identify that a roadblock means that it's no way to go. You stopped. But a hurdle, you have to decide how are you going to get over, around, or remove it. And that's how it is in life. See, we are faced with a lot of obstacles in life, a lot of hurdles. One of the greatest feats is when you see an athlete running the 110 hurdles and they're so fast with it, they're running and they tipping down. Every hurdle is falling as they go, but they complete it. There are some athletes that, as they're running, they fall when the hurdle fell, but they get up and they go over the balance of hurdles. So if you on a journey, a trajectory for success, you have to understand and recognize the hurdles that are placed there. A hurdle that may stop you from going right when going left would have been a better way. There are hurdles that you can get you so frustrated and want you to just give up, want you to just abandon ship. But you have to understand that if you can't keep going straight, you have to rise above and go around it. So the hurdles that we encounter, and you have identified them, you know that I need to now start to make a strategic plan. How do I get over it? How do I get around it? A hurdle could be something that is just a gap in between because someone you started with is no longer with you and you needed their support. But you have to dig within and find how could you brace that hurdle. A hurdle meaning that it's a temporary closure. You need to begin to understand the length of time. Hurdles that won't allow you to, you can't see the finish line, but right over the brink of the hill, there it is. So you have to force yourself through them. You have to push, put forward the best effort. You have to navigate around. It's like the pilot that just continues to fly because the weather's bad. His scheduled flight takes him and he can't find a pocket to get through or around this weather. But he becomes intimidated and turns back, going back through the same type of weather. And if only he had gone another 5 minutes, he would have cleared that hurdle. And oftentimes that's a lot that happens to us. We would be putting in so much hard work. And because we stumble on hurdles and because it's frustrating and we can't get beyond it, we can't begin to see, oh man, all of this don't make no sense. Let me stop. But right when you're prepared to stop, that wall may bust open. You've spoken to someone over and over and over and over and over and then over again. And it's not getting through. But speak to him again. Over and over and over. Somewhere it's going to get through the thick skin of whomever. And this is just how it works. Your persistence in overcoming will drive you, will propel you to either go around, go over, or knock down the hurdles that you are faced with. There's so much to speak when you think about the hurdles that can arise in one's life. It's just understanding that these only temporary measures to deter you. As simple as it. It's a deterrent. If someone tells you that, hey, no, you can't go through that door, or that road is closed. That's a risk. That road may have a drop off or something that's dangerous. That's why they closed it. A sharp cliff or something. But if you see a hurdle and a caution sign, if you see a hurdle that has a caution sign, flashing lights, that, you enter with caution. Begin to believe that, it's just right down the street. Right down the street. It's deterring me. That's a rocky road. But God's going to carry me across it. I'm not going to get a flat tire out here by myself. But I'm going to push on. I'm going to push on till I get back on, that paved road that I'm predestined to achieve my goals. Hurdles are nothing more than a deterrent, either to redirect you, to reroute you, or to cause you to feel like you want to quit, to distract you. But when you are focused and realize that the possibility of a hurdle may arise, you get to work. You'll understand. You'll stop momentarily, but you won't quit. You'll begin to dig in and start to move, start to remove the hurdles that you're faced with. Imaginarily, I saw something posted on social media, and now there's a person in a boat, and there were a lot of sharks swimming around them, and the capture was that these suggest obstacles. Well, if you have 100 sharks swimming around you in a boat, you better pray that boat engine's running, and understand that they could be more than an obstacle, but you have to treat them like a hurdle that you need to get out of harm's way. You need to get the boat up and run it, and not try to, so you got to go around what it is, why they're there, or why you're trying to get through it. Because you don't want to ever put danger in the front of what you are trying to achieve.
Thank you for joining today's podcast. We'll be right back.
Achieve Men, written by Warren Andrew Pinder. In this book, you will learn the 7 steps to achieving your dreams and goals. Given the vision to share how the acronym of the word achieve can be used systematically in your day-to-day life. Each of us is given a unique gift from God. Get your copy today. Available in print, ebook, and audiobook from Amazon.
We now return to today's podcast.
So when we put this all in context of achieving, all great persons had to encounter and overcome hurdles in life. Some were, who just had to face the adversity of illness and debt and, financial ruin. Some had to face, jail, and some is just think about a lot of adversities that would have happened to propel persons to understand that they could then take and look at these things as just a simple hurdle that they have to get over. So to get to the top of Mount Everest, you have to endure the cold, frigid times, the horrible stories about frostbites and, the altitude and the air. And these are real life examples of someone wanting to summit Mount Everest. They looked at it and they in their mind, they understood that they have to arise and get over these hurdles in order to do it. And that's why greatness comes when you go the extra mile. When you identify the things that are there, that if you're training and to become something or studying to pass an exam, and someone is on your phone calling you day and night, you got to just recognize that that's a hurdle trying to stop you from getting that, that A pass or achieving that medal, whatever your endeavor is. So it doesn't have to be a physical obstacle. It could be someone mentally in your head who doesn't have your interest at heart to encourage you to continue and to move the hurdles that you're facing. When it is, you got to move them because they are a hurdle. The loan officer who said to you, no, they can't give you that loan that you need to start that business. Well, you go and get an extra job and you save even harder because that's a hurdle you got to remove. So life presents you these hurdles. Don't sit and wait for them to be removed. You have to analyze and get cracking to move them, to circumvent and go around, go over. And all it's going to do is make you stronger because the journey that you chart to be straight becomes a bit harder. Your determination, perseverance, and at the end, when you achieve what it is, you're ready for the next time it happens. So build upon that which you know. Always take a lesson out of everything you do. Someone telling you no can be a hurdle, but someone being malicious can mislead you by telling you yes. But don't take it personal. You need to know that you have to be focused and willing to put it all in, put the work in, put an intensified amount of effort to remove the hurdle that is stopping you from trying to achieve your goals. You can get a copy of my book, Achievement, where I speak of removing hurdles with intensity. It's on Amazon, Kindle form, audiobook, paperback, and ebook. These are 7 steps, conceptual steps that you can use using the acronyms of the word achieve, to take action, to chart your course, to remove the hurdles that we just talked about with an intensified effort based on values. You will earn whatever it is you are to achieve. You've been listening to the Warren Andrew Pinder podcast show. Always remember in life, you must take action.
Thank you for listening to the Warren Andrew Pinder podcast. We hope you were encouraged and moved to take action. For more information about Warren Andrew Pinder and his book, Achieve Men, visit www.warrenandrewpinder.com.